Okay, so to recap for everyone out there, the steps, right?
Yeah.
I'm all about I
Oh, the
love
steps, the steps.
the
Yeah, the
processes. I
steps.
love it. So
Yeah. It's so clear in chapter one, but let's break it down.
let's break it down.
So you have something happens, right? Um, you either think a thought or feel a feeling. Sometimes you'll feel before you even can conceptualize what you're thinking. So you'll either feel a feeling or you'll think a thought.
Mm-hmm.
You'll tell yourself a story from that thought or feeling. After you tell yourself a story, you assign a meaning. And the thing that we want to do is examine the facts, separate the facts from the story. What actually happened? What actually happened is Maggie died.
Mm-hmm.
What factually happened is that my father gave up legal guardianship to my godmother. What truly happened is that I still saw my father throughout my lifetime up until his death.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the facts.
Mm.
All the stories that I told myself, all the stories, which is the most helpful, beneficial story? Oh, there's no helpful stories. All of these stories are awful. Let's find a better story to tell ourselves so that we can live in this moment, in the present. Stop letting the past dictate your present and predict your future. No, from right here, right now, what's the best thing I can tell myself? The best thing I can tell myself right here, right now, is that my father made a decision that totally blessed my life. He made
Mm.
the hardest decision, and it was the best choice for all of us.
Mm.
Thank God he made that decision. Thank God he loved me enough and that he wasn't so selfish and egotistical as to think that's my daughter. I'm going to take care of her no matter what, and had me living on beer and freaking government cheese, which, by the way, was what would happen when I would go visit him. We'd
Yeah.
hang out outside till he was an addict. We would
Mm-hmm.
hang out outside and he would be drinking beer. He was an alcoholic. He
Yeah.
would be drinking beer. And I remember saying, Daddy, I'm thirsty, and him giving me a sip of beer. Here,
Mm.
baby, this will quench your thirst.
Mm.
And if I was hungry, there's a block of welfare cheese in the fridge. Go cut yourself a few slices.
Right. Oh gosh.
So those
I
are the
love
steps. So those are the
okay.
steps.
I love that. And I hope anyone out there with all of our stories, like we all have them, right? We all have our
Yeah.
stories. To try that on. Try that what do you call it? The framework?
The framework for freedom.
Yeah.
Framework for freedom, chapter one, right there. I start off with it in the book. So if you take nothing else from the book, at least you have that. And that applies to everything.
Yeah.
Your husband, your partner, your wife does something that you think is dumb. You start telling yourself all these stories. And I give an example of that in the book where my husband, man, he was pissing me off that day. And I was telling myself all these stories. And then I had to confront and say, I'm telling myself all these stories. And he
Right.
was like, well, you are telling stories because the truth is, right? And so
Mhm.
it applies in business. I use this in business all the time. Everyone has a bad launch. Everyone, every single person, every company on the market has had a bad quarter.
Mhm.
What is the story that you're telling? What's the truth? The truth is we're in a recession. The
Yeah.
truth is inflation is crazy. The truth is, like, I just went to get a bag of groceries the other day was $68, and I don't even think if I got a full meal from that bag of groceries, right? Like, there are so many truths, but
Yeah.
what is the story that we're telling ourselves? And what is a better story that we can amplify so that we can take the best aligned action from today, right here, right now, that will help us create the future that we truly desire and the life experience that we want to have today?